Hello everyone and happy Wednesday. I hope chapter 29's homework is going well and I hope you are making progress on both the final exam preparation and your e-portfolio project. I got a question in regard to chapter 29's homework, this time taking a look at question 2. Question 2 is going to deal with the Lorenz curve. In our lecture, I went over some of the disadvantages of the Lorenz curve, but the Lorenz curve comes with a very key advantage, and that is it's simple and easy to understand. The closer this curve gets to this line right here, the more income equality exists within a given economy. Similarly, as a curve goes further and further away from this line, more income inequality exists in a given economy. With that in mind, let's take a look at question 2. Consider the following estimates from the early 2020s of shares of income to each group. We have 3 countries, Bolivia, Chile, and Uruguay. Part 1 asks us, using the 4-point curved line drawing tool, plot the Lorenz curve for Bolivia. Properly label your curve. So, if we take a look at Bolivia, the poorest 40% of the population control 10% of the wealth. The next 30% control 25% more of that wealth. Finally, the richest 30% control 65% of the wealth. Let's go ahead and get that graphed using our 4-point curved line drawing tool. We're going to start at our 0 axis at 0, 0, and then we're going to go up to the cumulative 40% of the household who control 10% of the wealth. We're going to draw our first line. Then we're going to go up to the next 30%, which will take us to 70%. And they control 25% more of that wealth. So we're going to go up to 35% and draw our point. And finally, the next richest 30% control the rest of the wealth, which will equal 100%. We're then going to label our line as Bolivia, and we're going to repeat this exercise for part number 2, but we're going to do it for Uruguay. So looking at Uruguay, we're going to start at the 0 axis of 0, 0 using our line drawing tool. Then for Uruguay, the poorest 40% control 20% of the wealth. So again, we're going to go out to 40%, but this time instead of going to 10, we're going to go up to 20. Then if we look at the next 30%, they control 30% more of that given wealth. So we'll go back to 70 here. And 20 plus 30, of course, is 50. Go up to 50, draw our line there. Finally, the richest 30% control 50% of the given wealth, which will equal 100% of the total wealth. We're going to label this line Uruguay. Let's go ahead and check our answer. Make sure we got that right. We did! Hooray, hooray! So then going to ask us in part 3, which country has the most near equal income distribution? Well, we talked at the start of our question that the closer our line is to this line, the more income equality exists in a given economy. And although my labels are kind of close together here, this line that's closer is the line of Uruguay. So we're going to go ahead and choose that as our answer. Double check that we got it right and give ourselves a pat on the back. That is how I would approach question 2. If you have any other questions regarding chapter 29's homework or our final exam e-portfolio project, throw them my way. I'd love to answer them. Have a good night.